right, good morning. Episode 6. Having some issues this morning at my campsite. For some reason, the water that's supposed to go into the city water is going into my water tank, so it's been overflowing. So I've been having to fill my water tank up to take showers, and it was empty this morning. So I'm a little beat, a little haggard this morning. Haven't taken a shower yet, but I'm excited to tell you about episode 6, where I'm headed to my sister Corey's house and her family in North Bend, Washington. We're gonna do some snowboarding, check out some waterfalls. Then I'm headed to Seattle to see my buddy Jude and my buddy Matt, and we're gonna go on a little lake cruise and check out the city. So it's gonna be an awesome episode. Super excited. Come along with me. I arrived in North Bend, Washington around 4 p.m. on Friday, April 23rd to visit my sister Corey and her family. I was really excited because the next day my nephew and I were headed to Snoqualmie Pass to ski and snowboard for the day. This was my first time ever seeing my sister's house and exploring North Bend, which I had heard so much about. Their house is situated at the base of a huge mountain, and the scenery is breathtaking, with landscaping that I don't get to see in San Diego. Springtime in North Bend is beautiful, with the trees and bushes in full bloom, and the river nearby was rushing because of all the snow melting in the mountains. The first night we explored the little village of North Bend, where we had dinner, then went over to Scott's Dairy Freeze to grab an ice cream shake. The next morning, it was raining, but my nephew and I grabbed our gear and headed up to Snoqualmie Pass to spend the morning on the slopes. I was stoked to see that my nephew is really good at skiing, and he definitely made me step up my snowboarding game to keep up with him. While I was filming him, he decided to bomb the hill, and while trying to keep up, I almost face-planted in the wet snow. The snow was slushy from all the rain, but we still had a lot of fun. Later that day, we drove to Snoqualmie Falls, and on our way, we stopped at a big open field where a herd of elk were grazing. I broke out my drone and got some cool footage. When we got to Snoqualmie Falls, I was shocked at the sheer size of the waterfall. It was massive, and we got an amazing view from both the top of the waterfall and the bottom. This was definitely the biggest waterfall I had ever seen. I was hoping to get some good drone footage of the waterfall, but there were signs posted everywhere saying no drones allowed. I had so much fun with my sister's family in North Bend, Washington. Seattle, buddy! We're going to Seattle. I am just leaving my sister's house in North Bend, Oregon. Had a blast here. I'm taking off to Seattle right now to visit my buddy Jude and my buddy Matt. And I guess we're going on a boat ride. Not sure, but we're going to explore Seattle. Kind of cloudy out, but it should be fun. On Sunday morning, I packed up the RV and headed to downtown Seattle to explore the city with my buddy Jude. He's from Seattle area and knows a ton about the city, so it was great to have him as my tour guide.
Dude! Oh, there it is. Megan Bank. Let's see if somebody gets a fish.
We started at Pike Place Market. The Pike Place Market is a public market that opened in 1907 and is one of the oldest continuously operated public farmers markets in the United States. There are over 10 million visitors to this market yearly, and it is the most popular tourist attraction in Washington. After exploring the Pike Place Market, we headed to the Space Needle. The Space Needle is an observation tower and is considered to be an icon of the city. It was built in the Seattle Center for the 1962 World's Fair, which drew over 2.3 million visitors. Right next to the Space Needle is the Museum of Pop Culture, which is a non-profit museum dedicated to contemporary pop culture. The architecture of this building was amazing. On our way to visit our friend Matt at his cigar shop and lounge, we stopped at Gas Works Park and got some killer views of Seattle from the north end of Lake Union. I finished off my time in Seattle by taking a boat/donut float ride on Lake Union with our friend Matt and his wife. The engine died on us in the middle of the lake. All right, so we're stuck in a donut.
Oh, it just went back on. This is it.
Out
back in action.
The coast of Seattle. but I was still able to get some cool drone footage while we waited for our towboat. Cody. All right, Cody and I are back on the road. We had a great time in North Bend, Washington with my sister and family, and in Seattle with my buddy Jude and Matt. We are headed to Leavenworth, Washington next. I'm going to make a cool little video on that town, and I hope to see you there.